Good morning, students. Now, the next chapter we are going to start, that is called plant breeding and biotechnology. Breeding and biotechnology. So, first introduction I will give about this chapter, and after that we will be coming to the next part. We know that India's population is likely to reach 1.7 billion by 2050. Now the current population is 1.3 billion. But the current rate of India's food production will be able to meet only 59% of the population, total population of country's demand. Then how much food production is produced by our country? Only 59% of the population can get the food. But what about 41% of population? So, to fulfill the food requirement for the population of the country, we need to produce more and more food production. So, by the process of plant breeding and biotechnology and another technique, it is called animal husbandry, the food production can be increased by several times so that all the people in the country will get the sufficient amount of food. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about the breeding, that is plant breeding, animal husbandry and biotechnology. These are the three methods by which a country can produce more and more food for the requirement of the population. So by 2050 India's population may reach around 1.7 billion. So how can India feed 1.7 billion population by 2050? This can be made possible by plant breeding and animal husbandry. One more method I told, that is called the biotechnology. So what do you mean by plant breeding? Now, plant breeding is the art of developing economically important plants with superior quality. Quality means the food production, more and more production will be there. Quality, food, more and more production, that will be quantity, and quality, that means nutrient rich food can be produced. That is, that branch of biology is called the plant breeding. Another method, it is called animal husbandry. Animal husbandry involves the breeding of animals. It aims at improving the genotypes of animals to make them more useful to the welfare of mankind. That means more and more genetically developed animals to be developed will be produced by this technique to fulfill the requirement of animal food to the population. This emphasizes means this gives importance. Animal husbandry gives importance about the domestication of the animals, propagation of the animals under controlled condition to enhance, to increase the food production and food quality. So we have to definition we have to study. What do you mean by plant breeding? What do you mean by animal husbandry? And the third, another breakthrough. Now it is the current method, most advanced method, that is called another breakthrough was the emergence of biotechnology as an entity of modern biology. What is that technique? Which paved the way to develop advanced healthcare products, diagnostic kits, and food production to improve the quality of human life. So these are the three definitions to be studied. Now next part we are going to discuss modern agricultural practices and crop improvements. Modern agricultural practice, that means whatever agricultural practices are coming in our country from long time past, but modern methods to be followed to increase the quality and quantity of food material. So modern agricultural practices are activities carried out to improve the cultivation of plants, and if the cultivation of plants can be improved, the food production also can be increased. It includes, what are the steps are there? First step, preparation of the soil. Second one, sowing the seeds. Third one, application of manures and fertilizers, nutrients to the plants. Proper irrigation, we have to irrigate, we have to give the water to the plants, irrigation. Protection from weeds and pests, chemicals to be used, insecticides, weedicides, pesticides to be increased, to protect the plants from different types of diseases. Harvesting, we need to harvest the food grains. Threshing, separating the grains from the plants, and storage, proper storage is also needed. These are the steps. 2 marks question. What are the modern agricultural practices involved? Next one, the aim of crop improvement is to develop improved crop varieties, possessing higher yield, better quality, resistant to diseases, and shorter duration. These are the aims of crop improvement. Again, 2 marks question. Now next, green revolution. Green revolution is the process of increasing food production through high yielding crop varieties and modern agricultural techniques in underdeveloped and developing countries. Underdeveloped means they are not up to the level of developing the different types of food crops, and developing countries, not developed countries. So the green revolution is the process of increasing food production through high yielding varieties, crops, and modern agricultural techniques in underdeveloped and developing countries or nations. Dr. Norman E. Borlaug, an American agronomist who is considered as the father of green revolution in the world, received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970. In India, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan joined with Dr. Borlaug in bringing green revolution by introducing the Mexican wheat varieties. This has increased the wheat and rice production from 1960 to 2000 in India. So, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan is considered as green revolution, father of green revolution in India. But Dr. Norman E. Borlaug, he is considered as the father of green revolution in world. So 2 different questions. Now next, what we are doing in plant breeding? Breeding for high yielding and better quality of food grains. Major challenge that India has faced during the post-independence period was having enough food production for the growing population. Efforts were taken to develop high yielding varieties of crops, leading to the green revolution. High yielding crops, more and more production to be produced. So few examples have been given. Semi-dwarf varieties in wheat and rice. Names of the semi-dwarf wheat varieties: Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. 2 marks question. Are semi-dwarf varieties of wheat developed from high-yielding semi-dwarf fertilizer-responsive wheat varieties from Mexico. So Mexico wheat varieties, in India, 2 semi-dwarf wheat varieties have been developed. What are the names of the semi-dwarf varieties in India? Now Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. Similarly, these are the wheat varieties. Similarly, IR8, it is also rice grain variety, high yielding semi-dwarf rice variety developed by IRRI, International Rice Research Institute, Philippines. In 1966, this was first introduced in Philippines and India. It is a hybrid of high-yielding rice variety of Peta from Indonesia and DGOUGEN, DGWG, a semi-dwarf variety from China. So IR8 is a hybrid variety of wheat plants, 2 varieties, Peta from Indonesia and DGWG from China. Again, 1 more question. Now next part we are going to discuss, that is called plant breeding for disease resistance. Plant diseases are caused by pathogens. What are the names of the pathogens? Maybe viruses, maybe bacteria, maybe fungi. If these microorganisms are affecting the crop plants, the production also will be decreased. So, to protect these food crops from these microorganisms, different disease resistant varieties have been developed so that we will be getting more and more products. So, plant diseases are caused by pathogens like viruses, bacteria, and fungi. This affects crop yield. Hence, it is important to develop disease resistant varieties of crops that would increase the yield and reduce the use of fungicides and bactericides. Some disease resistant varieties developed by plant breeding are given below. What are they? You have to keep in your memory. Wheat. What is the name of the variety? Wheat, Himgiri. And it is disease resistant. What type of disease will be not developed? Leaf and stipe rust. Hill bunt. Cauliflower. What is the name of the variety? Pusha Shubra and Pusha Snowball K1 black rot. And cowpea, Pusha Komal bacterial blight. These the disease resistant varieties have been developed by the scientists. Okay, thank you children.